I'm Michael Marti from Yeahman's Vintage Guitars in Bern, Switzerland. I am the organizer, along with my business partner Thorfinn, of Yeahman's Guitar Fest in Burgdorf, also Switzerland. And we're going to show you a few guitars that we brought to the guitar show this year. Here we have a 1956 Guild M75 aristocrat. It's a super cool guitar. It was, when I bought this, the binding was kind of all the way lost, or the guitar was pretty much falling apart. I had it restored and it's now back to life. It's amazingly lightweight. It's below 2.5 kilograms. It sounds like no other guitar I've heard. It plays great. It's a really, really cool guitar. And it even comes with the original hard shell case. It's about as cool as it gets for a 50s guitar that you can still afford. So here we have a 1961 Gibson Les Paul SG Standard. It's the very early version with the sideways vibrato. It has 2 PF pickups. It's pretty much all original. There's 2 replaced tuners. It once was a lefty guitar, as strung as a lefty, so it has added dots that I can trace it back a couple of years, so I know these are not original, but they do look original. Yeah, it's a super cool guitar, lightweight. It's a PF equipped guitar. It sounds amazing. Here we have a guitar that shouldn't exist because it's a 1972 Telecaster Custom. It has the double binding on the body. As we all know, they made the Keith Telecustom from 72 on. So yeah, this is a pretty rare one. It's lightweight. It does exactly what we want to tell you to do. Twang. Here we have a lot of guitar. I don't know yet how I feel about this one because last night I was up until 3 a.m. restringing it, this one. It's not the most fun. It's all original as far as I know, except for this guy, just a switch tip. It comes with the original hard shell case, with the original warranty leaflet with the matching serial number. Yeah, it's a pretty rare guitar. It's quite heavy. It's Kalamazoo made, so extra cool. You never really see them. You usually find the brown ones from the 70s, but never the white ones. Yeah. Love the guitar, hate restringing it. Here we have the dream guitar. It's a 1962 Fender Stratocaster. Original Fiesta red finish. Mostly original guitar. It did have another pickguard on at one point, so there's one extra screw hole. This particular pickguard is an original one, but not original to this guitar. There's 2 alder pots on it that shouldn't be there, but otherwise it's all there. It's a 1962 custom collar Strat. Not much more you can want. So here we have another dream guitar. It's a 1956 Fender Telecaster. It's all original except for 2 pots, the obvious refret. The upper part of the neck was slightly shaved down because it's a nice fat neck and it was probably a little too big down here. I don't know if you want to get a good shot of the backside of this because this thing has been loved. This is when we guitar lovers say Mojo. This is the kind of guitar we dream about, I would say. Most people think these are always extremely light. This one is 3.6 kilograms. But if you look at how much they weighed back then, it's pretty much within the range. There were some pretty heavy ones too, actually. Not many people know that. So we were talking about Mojo and Dream Guitar before. Here's Mojo and another Dream Guitar. I've rarely seen one that was as yellowed as this one. This is originally definitely blue, which turned into all sorts of green, gooey, brown even color. It's very nice to see the white base coat. Also around here if you want to get that. This thing's obviously being played in a few smoky bars. 1966 Fender Mustang. Here we go. Here we have, I want to say, the cleanest 1957 Gibson ES 175 on the planet. This thing is shiny and nice. It has unstickered PAFs with the steel brush cover. The hardware is still, it's almost as new. I've seen guitars that are half a year old that have way more wear on the hardware. It's insanely beautiful.
Can I see the back?
Sure. Do you want to get a close-up of those tuners? You rarely ever see this. The fact that I'm not really talking means that it leaves you speechless. And while it does have a nice full neck profile, it's not the huge fat one that everybody would expect from a 57 guitar, which I like. Here we have a bass that's may not be the most appealing for a collector, because it's obviously been refinished and worn through the battery finish again. Most of the hardware's been replaced, but it's instant Mojo when you touch it. And when you play it, there's actually some magic in it, because it used to be Colin Cameron's bass. He's kind of one of those shadow guys, bass players. He played with Quincy Jones, Cher, Tina Turner, and many, many more. He was also, I think, in the Nashville scene for a long time. Then, yeah, it's one of those instruments where you pick it up and you know there's a reason why producers would want to use this bass on a record. Here's a 1972 Fender Jazz bass, the so-called Geddy Lee model, because he used it extensively. It's all you want in an early 70s jazz bass. It's lightweight, it sounds great. This one is actually in very nice condition, because it wasn't really played for the last 30 years, and then the first owner passed away and it found its way to me. Does have a changed pick guard, but it's otherwise all there. Very cool bass. Here's a 100% original, no issues, no nothing, factory fretless Fender Precision bass. It does come with the original hardshell case with the bridge and pickup covers. I don't know if you can zoom in on this, but there's zero wear on the fretboard. And it's pretty hard to find the factory fretless ones with a rosewood fretboard. Most of the 70s ones were maple. It's heavier, but not as heavy as it could be. It's 4.6 kilograms. Late 60s, Benson Echorec. It's the P603T model. It's still tube driven. It's mostly original, except for a much needed service, which was done by Mr. Franco Avona, who worked at the Benson factory from 57 to 69. We had a very interesting afternoon with him when he talked about his old days at the Benson factory. And he actually showed us the first one he ever assembled for Benson, which he had in his workshop by accident. This one, I mean, apart from being amazingly clean, it now sounds the way you would think such an expensive piece of equipment would sound. And it does come with the original hot shell case. Here we have a 1977 Gibson Birdland. Very fancy guitar, very nice one. This is 100% original except for a pro refret and replacement pickguard and bridge because the original pickguard disintegrated. It's in very clean condition. And it actually, I feel like not like the New Orleans era Gibsons sometimes have a overly bad reputation. This shows that they could make amazing guitars. It really, really plays nicely. It has that special touch when you play it. Yeah, it's a short scale jazz guitar. And if you're interested about our inventory, you can go to www.yeahmansguitars.com or go check out our inventory over at vintageandrare.com. I hope you found this all interesting and maybe see you soon.